Chosen one. They woke up a beast, and now even the government is watching because someone broke through their MK Ultra. You shattered the programming meant to keep you silent, small and submissive. Those who tried to control your mind and energy are panicking because their manipulation no longer works. Every secret operation, every psychic attack, every hidden agenda has backfired. You were never the experiment, they were. You've reclaimed your mind, your intuition, your divine connection, and now the beast they tried to bury has risen, awake, aware and unstoppable. Your journey forward reveals itself clearly now. Your enemies threw you to the wolves, expecting carnage and destruction. Instead, you came back leading the entire pack. Confusion became their primary weapon against you. They created all those illusions about your purpose, using smoke and mirrors to keep you disoriented, but you're in alignment now. Dark forces tried to keep you stuck in the past, distorting your perception and twisting the direction that was meant for you. They created fog so thick you couldn't see your own hand in front of your face. Think about Agatha all along and that level of illusion magic, that depth of smoke screen they deployed against you, and you shattered it completely. Something crucial reveals itself here. Someone feels outsmarted by you right now. An elaborate trap was built specifically for you. A sophisticated mental prison was constructed with your name on it, and you walked out of it like the door was never even locked. You outsmarted their greatest illusion. You saw through what seemed completely impenetrable. Now regret consumes them completely. This is deep, gnawing regret that won't let them rest. Control has slipped through their fingers permanently. Momentum is building on your side rapidly. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. This is bounce-back energy, accelerating beyond their ability to stop it. There's no way for them to regain control anymore. Their magic stopped working entirely. The spell shattered into pieces. The binding dissolved into nothing. Your perception of reality belongs to you again. You're taking inspired action now with complete fearlessness. Whatever fear programming ran through your system has been deleted permanently. You're moving toward your goals with fire that can't be extinguished by anyone. And here's where the darkness shows its true face. Trigger warning for what comes next. Violation energy appears here in the situation. Someone literally attempted to harm another person to harness their energy and power. This connects to childhood trauma that was weaponized as a tool against you. Names are surfacing in this situation. This links to child celebrities and industry children. This is the system doing unspeakable things to kids to corrupt them and feed off their shine. People were working together while pretending not to care about each other. That's what surfaces here clearly. Someone collaborated with someone else in this operation. One person might have been pretending to be a romantic interest while playing a role. Grand larceny charges are surfacing in this situation. Family involvement is confirmed without question. Someone in the family was violating another family member specifically to siphon their power. They were trying to take what never belonged to them in the first place. Now the goal has shifted to studying your mind and DNA. This shift happened because you escaped from their trap. You broke out of their Houdini-level illusion magic, and now understanding how you did it has become their obsession. Government watchlist energy is strong here and undeniable. You're being monitored because of your knowledge and what you know. What you speak about publicly threatens their systems of control. This is daily surveillance happening in your life. The government wants to study your mind and DNA to understand you. This whole situation was an experiment from the beginning. These are MK Ultra type operations being run on you. Public officials are involved in this network. These officials might be connected to this family network directly. The government is attempting to block out the sun itself. Your connection to source is known to them and documented. Your link to the light that exposes all darkness is in their files. Time is running short for them now. No exit exists from what they've created, and their desperation for an exit grows stronger every day. This cult group will sacrifice the karmic lover they sent your way. Someone has fled town or desperately wants to run away. They're running out of time while you're more powerful than the whole cult combined. Rituals were performed against you repeatedly. Binding spirits were sent to attach to you. Illusion magic was cast over your life. Experiments were conducted on you without your consent. And everything they attempted, you survived completely. The saying goes, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. The trying continued on their part. The failing continued on their part. The failing continues right now. Destiny swap is confirmed in this situation. Your energy was targeted for theft because it's pure and potent, coming straight from source. Karmic readers might be involved in this network. These readers are using their position to facilitate energy harvesting from you. Rituals and violations serve as their energy collection methods. Hexed items were placed everywhere in your space. You were bound to spirits intentionally. Binding spirits were sent directly to you. Spell work was designed specifically to make you sexually incompetent. Your energy was wanted for their personal use exclusively. They didn't want you giving your energy to anyone else. Death by fire is coming for some of them. Another one bites the dust, as the saying goes. These people are dropping like flies right now. A sibling is involved in this situation deeply. This person is emotionally unstable because truth is rising to the surface rapidly. This carries "I know what you did last summer" energy throughout. A sibling was attempting to swap lives with you. This person was attempting to eliminate you and replace you entirely. The theft attempt shows itself clearly in the situation. Your destiny was targeted because you carry royal lineage in your blood. You have divine bloodline running through you. Something ancient and powerful runs through your veins. The goal was making you feel completely purposeless in life. They wanted you directionless and lost. Suicidal energy was the intended aim of their attacks. Human sacrifice and psychopathic behavior emerge clearly here. A public official who's a psychopath has been sacrificing humans for power. This person has been using binding spirits to steal birthrights from people. What belonged to you by birth was deeply coveted by them. Your gifts were wanted, your power was desired, your lineage rights were targeted. When people are manipulated to harm themselves, their energy and birthright get harvested as a sacrifice. Focus, vision, and manifestation are connected here. Your manifestation abilities are the true prize they were after. You could have been receiving warnings in your dreams during this time. An unforeseen force backs you that they didn't account for. Or these people received warnings about that force and ignored every single sign. Phoenix energy surrounds this situation. They wanted you anxious, depressed, and exhausted constantly. That's the state you were supposed to inhabit permanently. The plan was for you to give up on life so another person could step into your role. They wanted your purpose for themselves. They wanted to possess your spiritual gifts. Contaminated energy was being spread to you intentionally. LSTDs were being used as weapons. People were sleeping around unprotected on purpose. Bisexual energy on the down low is connected to this. A lover was involved who carried diseases, sleeping with you specifically to siphon your abundant healing energy. But you defeated the demon they sent. You defeated the big one that seemed unbeatable. This was the entity creating depression, anxiety, and exhaustion in your life. This was the demon that wanted you to lose the will to live entirely. Nobody expected you to defeat something that powerful. This demon was bound to you through violation, through their rituals, through that planted lover they sent. And you kept defeating every single entity they sent your way. If this message hits your spirit, hype this video so more chosen ones like you can find it. Someone wanted to walk in your shoes completely. This person wanted to be in your shoes and live your life. Family members are involved here, and maybe a sibling specifically defied God directly. Now payment is coming due for what was done. Masonic energy surfaces clearly in this situation. These connections appear throughout the network. Time is running short for them and no exit exists from the judgment coming. Someone is calling for their mother in desperation. Time to pay up for what was done. A sibling is emotionally unstable right now, waiting for someone's funeral to happen, doing something connected to a hidden will. This whole thing seemed guaranteed to them before. These dark forces appeared more powerful than you in their assessment, but they were wrong. The truth always comes to light eventually. Whatever happened is manifesting on them now in real time. Terror grips them constantly. They feel terror about exposure coming. Your isolation was assumed by everyone. Con artist energy is heavy here. Desperation grows stronger every day. Maybe this person was met at the gym where you work out. Their desperation grows while feeling trapped with their karmic partner intensifies. Your protection level creates actual hatred in them. Something needs to get done by them, but access to you is completely blocked. You're too protected for them to reach. Karma cannot be escaped by anyone. The Most High is involved in this situation directly. You might come from Lemurian lineage in your ancestry. You're a shaman by nature and calling. Intrusive thoughts are hitting them constantly now. Their emotional instability grows worse daily. Escape is impossible for them because you're righteous in your walk. Pure evil describes what they've become. What was done to you has brought catastrophic damage down on their own heads. Premonitions were trying to warn you about what was happening. Dreams of things to come were arriving to prepare you. Someone was trying to impersonate you completely. They wanted to wear your energy signature as their own. Maybe this was for a will or an inheritance situation. People were breaking laws on every level. They broke real laws and spiritual laws simultaneously. The spirit of endurance kept you going through everything. Court papers are coming for someone involved in this. Your true gifts are known by them, so lies spread calling you a fraud. Your accuracy is known and proven, but denial serves their purpose better. Someone might work in a nursing home currently, or end up in one after a car crash. Grand larceny appears again in this situation. You've achieved the highest form of alchemy possible. This is the magnum opus manifested. You possess divine consciousness fully. You're a master at what you do naturally. You're a grandmaster in your field and calling. That's why studying you has become an obsession for them. What was done to you was supposed to land you in a psych ward permanently. Now evidence needs disappearing quickly. Someone used their own child as collateral in dark dealings. Terror grips them about what's coming. So many laws were broken in coming against you. So much witchcraft was directed your way consistently. People are traveling on flights attempting to run away from consequences. Toxic lifestyle choices are catching up to people. STDs are spreading through the network. Bad choices and deep regret haunt them. A practitioner is involved in this cult. Maybe the cult leader trained as a practitioner of dark arts. Maybe the cult leader used their own child as collateral in rituals. This cult leader is the public official mentioned before. This is the psychopath who sacrifices humans for power. What was wanted for you is coming to them instead. The psych ward was your intended destination in their plan. It becomes theirs instead, as karma works. Halloween energy surrounds this timing. People are attempting to run from karma, but nowhere to hide exists anywhere. Your essence was coveted by them. They wanted your universal energy for themselves. They wanted that manifestation power you carry. You have the ability to control weather patterns. That's the level of power you possess naturally. 1150 Hz frequency is significant here. Rife frequencies are connected. A parasite cleanse is needed by them, or being done currently. You know the truth about everything now. Help is desperately needed by them. Attempts to lower your vibration were constant over time. Now they're scattering like roaches when the light turns on. It's over for them completely. Fret not about anything. You have nothing to worry about anymore. You're seen as a threat now by everyone in the network. People were performing acts with other people in the coven. A bisexual ex was sleeping around in the cult deliberately. STDs are spreading through the whole network rapidly. The cult leader gave everyone diseases through contact. Recovery is yours now fully. The Shining movie comes to mind here. They feel fear of exposure about dark, sinister murders and things done. People were working with their karmic friends and family members. Triple numbers keep appearing as signs. Witcher warlock energy is present. Initiation is wanted by them now desperately. You outrank everyone involved completely. Your Merkaba has activated fully. You're very advanced spiritually. You're a very advanced soul walking this earth. The Ka and the Ba are united in you. Your aura is powerful and visible. Old friends are involved in what happened. The psych ward awaits them in the future. That's what was wanted for you originally. The entity will play tricks on their minds constantly, and breaking through the illusion like you did won't happen for them. They've been harassing you for a long time. Poison was in your cup for years without your knowledge. Human sacrifice was in that cup literally. Body parts were used in rituals. Graveyard dirt was mixed in. Bones were ground up and added. Highway to hell is where they're headed, because this was done to a spiritual teacher. You're a judge operating from divine authority. All hell is breaking loose in their lives right now. Dragon spirits are involved here. These are forces that oppose God's will directly. Spirits opposing divine order were sent against you, but you outrank everyone involved completely. It's too late for them to apologize now. The Galactic Federation is real. The Council of Light exists. Higher intelligence is backing you fully. Orion connections are possible in your lineage. You're fully supported on your mission here. MK Ultra is confirmed in your situation. You broke through actual mind control programming. You may have met your twin flame during this time. Someone's aunt is losing it mentally right now. Outranking is happening to them in real time. The plan is being abandoned by multiple people. They're surprised you're still alive after everything. People are attempting to project possessed energy onto you. The demon is possessing people throughout the network. This demon is possessing a whole group simultaneously. But possession of you can't happen because of your protection. You have a legion of war angels protecting you constantly. This situation is one person against an entire organization. You're pulling power from a higher source than they can access. You're bringing down a whole cult by yourself. You're dismantling a whole network single-handedly. Multiple people are involved on their side. You're an old soul who's been around. You've been here since the beginning of creation itself. Now you have complete clarity about everything. You're calling your power back from everywhere it was scattered. You're bringing judgment to these people through your very existence. All that happened was your awakening to who you really are. The angels are proud of what you've accomplished. They're saying, okay, you finally know who you are now. You finally know your true identity. Judgment is falling on everyone involved. This isn't the kind of judgment that gets escaped somehow. This isn't the kind that gets negotiated down. This is divine judgment being executed by forces these people can't even perceive. Chess was being played by them carefully. You brought in an entirely different game that nobody knew existed. Power was thought to be theirs exclusively. You showed everyone what real power looks like in action. This is source power manifesting. This is creator power flowing through you. This is the kind that doesn't need rituals or sacrifices or stolen energy to function. This is the kind that just is naturally. Bodies are piling up metaphorically and literally. People are dropping from this situation. They're getting sick mysteriously. They're losing their minds completely. They're facing consequences nobody saw coming for them. This is happening because spiritual law was violated repeatedly. Someone under divine protection was touched and attacked. Someone the universe has plans for was targeted, and a price exists for doing that. A price is being paid in full right now. Your intuition is fully restored now and functioning. Your intuition is sharper than it's ever been. Seeing through people happens instantly for you now. Knowing who's real and who's playing a role comes naturally. Feeling energy shifts before they manifest physically is normal now. Sensing danger before it arrives is automatic for you. You're operating from awareness levels that make you essentially untouchable by them. This isn't happening because you're hiding from anyone. This is happening because you're vibrating too high for their frequency to reach you. That's your natural state now. Watch the scrambling happening in real time. Watch the panic spreading through their ranks. Watch the betrayals multiplying as the pressure increases. That's what happens when an empire built on lies starts to collapse under its own weight. There's no honor among thieves in this situation. There's no loyalty among those who profit from darkness and deception. People are exposing each other deliberately now. Everyone is throwing each other under the bus desperately. These are desperate attempts to save themselves from what's coming. The cult leader is losing control of the network rapidly. People are defecting from the organization. Some people are confessing what they did. Others are running away to hide. A few are fighting back against the very system their participation helped build. This is happening because seeing which way this situation is going has become crystal clear. Judgment coming is visible to everyone now, and being on the right side when it lands is desired by some. It's too late for most of them to switch sides, way too late for redemption. Family members who participated are facing consequences in their own homes now. Relationships are being destroyed permanently. Trust has been broken beyond any possibility of repair. Some people are facing legal action for what they did. Others are facing serious health crises manifesting. All of them are facing the mirror and seeing themselves clearly. They're being forced to look at what they became over time. They're seeing what they were willing to do for power they thought could be stolen. The karmic lovers sent your way are trapped now completely. They're bound to the very people who sent them to you. Escape is impossible for any of them. The diseases they carried and spread deliberately are manifesting in them. The energy they attempted to steal from you is backfiring on them. They're more drained now than you ever were during the attacks. These are vampires who bit something that poisoned them fatally. This is justice in its purest form playing out. Public officials involved are being exposed gradually. The exposure is happening slowly for some of them. It's happening suddenly for others without warning. Their secrets are coming to light in ways that can't be controlled or contained anymore. The power they abused is turning against them personally. The systems they corrupted are beginning to collapse entirely. Everything built on stolen ground eventually sinks into nothing. Look, you already know the attacks weren't random, and if you're paying attention you can feel it. Their walls are closing in, so let's talk about what we're doing about it. That's why I built Destiny Engine. It generates personalized sequences that help you rewire betrayal into transcendence, turn isolation into sacred power, and transform their downfall into your rise. We are using the Dark Elite's own weapons against them, taking their declassified consciousness technology that programmed competition and scarcity and repurposing it to serve cooperative intelligence. The beauty is you don't even have to lift a finger. You put on the headphones, press play, and your subconscious is rewired while your enemies collapse under the weight of their own lies. This is why I created it in the beginning, so everything they did to break you becomes fuel for your purpose. The collective upgrade is underway. Start your Destiny Engine for $1 today and watch divine justice accelerate in your life. Link in the description. You're not who you were before all this. You're not even who you were trying to become. You're who you actually are at the core, fully realized, finally awakened, without any apology to anyone, without dimming your light for comfort, without playing small to make others comfortable around you. You're operating in your full power now, and it shows in absolutely everything you do. Your manifestation abilities are online and functioning properly. You speak words and reality reorganizes itself around those words. You set intentions clearly and watch them materialize faster than before. You visualize outcomes and see them appear in the physical world. This isn't wishful thinking or positive affirmations. This is you remembering how to use abilities that are your birthright from birth. Your divine inheritance has been activated completely. Your healing presence is undeniable to everyone around you. People feel different when they're around you now. They feel lighter and less burdened. They feel clearer mentally. They feel more hopeful about life. You're not trying to heal anyone consciously. It's just what happens automatically when someone carrying your frequency enters a space. The energy shifts noticeably. The atmosphere changes tangibly. Possibility opens up where it was closed before. Your discernment is razor sharp now and precise. Reading situations happens instantly for you. Knowing who to trust and who to avoid comes naturally without thought. Seeing through agendas and hidden motives is automatic now. Being fooled can't happen to you anymore. Being manipulated is impossible at this point. Being led astray won't occur again. You know truth when you hear it spoken. You recognize lies when they're told. This makes you extremely dangerous to anyone operating in deception. Your purpose is crystal clear to you now. There's no more confusion about what you're meant to do here. There's no more second-guessing your path forward. You know exactly where you're going, and nothing can stop the journey. The momentum behind you is divine and unstoppable. The support around you is absolute and unchanging. The victory ahead of you is guaranteed and certain. Higher dimensional beings are involved in your protection. However you understand these forces personally, know this truth. Your mission receives their full backing and support. You're not down here alone fighting this battle. You never were alone in this. Intelligences supporting you operate beyond human comprehension or understanding, and their guidance has been constant this entire time. Every close call you survived wasn't random chance. Every trap you avoided wasn't lucky timing. Every moment you should have broken but didn't wasn't your strength alone. That wasn't luck working in your favor. That wasn't coincidence or chance. That was divine intervention happening repeatedly. This intervention was strategic and purposeful. It was precise and perfectly calculated. It was perfectly timed every single instance. Protection came from forces these people couldn't see operating. Guidance came from wisdom they couldn't access at all. Support came from power beyond their comprehension completely. Your ancestors of light are present with you now. These are the ones who walked the path before you did. These are the ones who held the line in their generation faithfully. These are the ones who maintained connection to Source through every attack they faced. Their presence is with you constantly. They're proud of what you've accomplished. They're celebrating your breakthrough enthusiastically. This is happening because you did what they knew you could do. You remembered who you really are. You activated what was dormant. You stepped into your role fully. Angels are assigned to you specifically for this mission. They're not just watching from a distance. They're actively fighting on your behalf every day. Every spiritual attack sent your way was intercepted before reaching you. Every demon sent to torment you was defeated before achieving full attachment. Every curse spoken over you was blocked before landing on you. You've been walking through an active war zone safely this whole time because you have the most elite protection the universe can provide to anyone. The Most High has your back completely. This is Ultimate Source backing you. This is Prime Creator supporting you. This is God standing with you. This is the highest power possible. However you name this force personally, direct connection exists between you. There are no intermediaries in this relationship. No one is standing between you and Source energy. That's why their magic never worked against you. This is happening because manipulating energy isn't your method of operation. Channeling it directly from the top is how you function. And nothing beats that approach. Nothing can overcome that connection. Let the complete truth about MK Ultra in spiritual form be told clearly. This isn't just government experiments conducted in hidden facilities decades ago. This is the systematic fracturing of your mind through calculated trauma over time. This is the installation of triggers designed to make you doubt your own perception constantly. This is the creation of alternate personalities that serve their agenda instead of your divine purpose. This is making you forget completely who you were before they gained access to you. You were studied like a lab specimen under observation. Your responses were documented meticulously. Your breaking points were tracked carefully. They were testing how much you could endure before shattering completely. The goal was mapping your consciousness so completely and thoroughly that reprogramming could occur successfully. They wanted to replace your divine operating system with their corrupted software. They wanted to turn you into a weapon they could aim at targets of their choosing. The violation wasn't random attacks or opportunistic abuse. This was strategic planning and implementation. They understood that violating someone at the deepest level creates fractures in the psyche permanently. This creates splits in consciousness that shouldn't exist. This creates doors in the mind that shouldn't be there. And through those doors they created, entities could walk in easily, responses could be programmed deliberately. Commands could be installed that would activate later when certain words were heard, or certain symbols were seen, or certain emotions were felt by you. Your family members who participated weren't just abusive people losing control. These were handlers operating with purpose. They were trained in these methods or naturally skilled at keeping you destabilized constantly. They were keeping you questioning reality every single day. One day they treated you like you mattered deeply to them. The next day they treated you like you were invisible or worthless. They were creating cognitive dissonance so severe and constant that trusting your own memory stopped happening. You stopped trusting your own feelings about situations. You stopped trusting your own inner knowing about truth. The lovers sent your way were honeypots in intelligence terminology. This is an intelligence term describing operatives who use intimacy as a weapon deliberately. What you were attracted to was studied carefully. What made you feel safe was documented. What made you open up emotionally was noted. Then they became exactly that person perfectly. They maintained this perfectly until access to your energy field was gained completely. They gained access to your dreams and subconscious. They gained access to your unguarded moments. That's when the real harvesting began in earnest. Every intimate encounter was a ritual you didn't consent to participating in. Energy was being pulled through those intimate connections deliberately. They were siphoning your life force systematically. They were draining your creativity and ideas. They were stealing your manifestation power. This left you feeling depleted and empty while they walked away feeling energized and empowered. Some were spreading diseases intentionally as part of the plan. These weren't just physical STDs being transmitted. These were spiritual infections being transferred. These were entities that transfer through intimate contact between people. These were attachments specifically designed to feed on your light continuously. Something happened that they didn't anticipate at all. You didn't stay down when they pushed you. You didn't stay buried under the weight they piled on. You didn't stay dead like they pronounced you. You rose up against all odds. You broke through every barrier they built. You emerged from the darkness victoriously. You came back stronger than you were before the attacks. You returned wiser than you were before the trials. You manifested more powerful than you were before the warfare. Their grave became your womb of transformation. Their prison became your training ground for warfare. Their attack became your activation into purpose. Now look at them standing in their own creation. They're standing in caskets that were built for you. They're begging for mercy they never showed. They're pleading for grace they never gave. They're confused about how this reversal happened. How did this situation turn so completely? How did this outcome reverse so dramatically? How did this judgment fall so perfectly? They violated every spiritual law trying to destroy you. Now every law they broke is destroying them systematically. They cursed you with every dark thing they knew about. Now every dark thing they sent is cursing them exponentially. This is perfect justice manifesting in real time. This is divine comedy playing out before witnesses. This is poetic irony written by the universe itself. The grave they dug specifically for you became their tomb instead. The prison they built carefully for you became their cell permanently. The curse they sent maliciously to you became their own affliction completely. What goes around comes around eventually. What you sow you will definitely reap. What you send out returns to you multiplied. You're standing victorious over everything they attempted. This isn't happening because you're better than them as a person. This is happening because you're connected to better than them spiritually. This isn't occurring because you fought harder than they did. This is occurring because forces higher than them fought for you. This isn't manifesting because you were smarter than them intellectually. This is manifesting because wisdom higher than human guided you faithfully. Your victory was never about you alone fighting. It was always about who backs you eternally. The government continues watching everything you do. The cult keeps scattering in every direction. The enemies continue panicking about exposure. And you, in the midst of all this chaos, you walk freely in complete freedom. You build your empire steadily every day. You live your purpose fully every moment. You shine your light brightly everywhere. You be yourself completely always, fully expressed, finally free, forever changed. They done woke up a beast they can't control. That beast is you in your full power. You're protected by legions of war angels. You're backed by the Most High directly. You're walking in your destiny confidently. You're operating from divine authority absolutely. You're carrying a sacred mission purposefully. You're fulfilling a divine purpose faithfully. You're living a powerful legacy daily. The beast is fully awake and functioning. The chosen one is completely activated and operating. The judgment is actively falling on the guilty. And nothing stops what's coming next. Nothing stops who you're becoming daily. Nothing stops where you're going ultimately. They thought they were digging your grave intentionally. They were completely wrong in their assumption. They were actually standing in their own grave, and you're the one who closed the lid on them. Not with violence or revenge, not with hatred or bitterness. You closed it with truth spoken boldly. You sealed it with light shining brightly. You finished it with the simple act of being who you are authentically. That alone was enough to destroy everything they built in darkness. Your authentic existence dismantled their entire operation. Peace surrounds you now constantly. Victory belongs to you permanently. Freedom defines you completely. It's yours now and forever. All of it belongs to you. Every bit of it is secured. Go claim what's rightfully yours. Go live in what you've won. Go be who you were created to be. The beast is fully awake and will never sleep again, and nothing in heaven or earth will ever put it back to sleep. Peace.